If it wasn't for these two, I wouldn't have been close to seeing my true athletic potential. So I've been wanting to jump higher since I was a little jit, but the problem was there wasn't that much information online on how to do so. So when I came across, like, all I would see is low intensity plyos, and basically I'm not sure if you guys seen that video of does 1,000 calf raises help you jump higher a day, and that video went viral, and that's pretty much all I really got when I would look up how to jump higher. But then I came across this guy. His name was Jay Clark the Jumper, and his feats were insane. To me, this was like the craziest of the, like, this guy was wicked. Like, he had all of the insane dunks. He was like the way people view Isaiah Rivera now. That's how I viewed Jay Clark the Jumper. But when I went to check out his YouTube videos, I ran into a problem. Like, I can't lie, those videos were not hidden, yo. The quality was bad, the audio was bad, and back then YouTube was kind of different, but still, like, even for the standards back in those days, like, it was below those standards. And I found it hard to learn from his videos, even though I knew he knew what he was talking about, being a former track athlete and whatnot. Pro dunker, he could dunk off a one, off a two. He had the complete bag. Like, back then, he was just next level. And even though he was my favorite dunker at the time and the one who inspired me to start training to dunk, I just couldn't follow along his videos, and eventually I just kept doing my own thing, which was plyos at the time. All I would do were plyos, 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 and I had no idea how important the weight room actually was until I came across what's that channel called? It's called No Days Off. Yeah, No Days Off. So I seen Isaiah Rivera before this, but not gonna lie, I didn't think too much of him. Like, I knew he was good, but I didn't think he could be as good as the greats at the time, like Chris Staples and Jay Clark the Jumper, all those guys, and Jordan Kilgannon, which came out of nowhere. I just didn't think. I was like, I seen him, I was like, okay, yo, this guy is okay, but he's never gonna be like these guys, like these dogs. And I watched that one video that he made on No Days Off, and that's when I realized how important the weight room actually is. Because if you watch the video, he literally trains, like, he's in the weight room every single day. And at the time, I didn't know that was possible. Like, I didn't even know it was possible to lift every day, but because you have to take in mind, I'm a hooper too, right? Like, hoopers are allergic to the weight room. They just are. So I thought that, one, being in the gym every day playing basketball and lifting is impossible, and two, I thought that doing legs every day was even more of an impossible feat. So I'm like, yo, how is this guy doing this? And then that's when I started watching his channel and stuff, and I was like, yo, this guy is kind of like, I was like, when I first found him, he had like 50K subscribers. Like, he was like pretty unknown, and I still didn't think too much of him. It was really when he like started testing like a 48-inch vertical when I was like really started paying attention to him. But at the time, I just thought nothing of him. I went back to my plyos. I only did plyos. I had knee pain all the way through high school. Yeah, let's just skip to COVID because I don't remember what happened. But when COVID happened, this was like the time where like people either became the best versions of themselves or became losers. I decided to become a loser and play video games all day. And I gained like 30 pounds. And I went from like 160 pounds to 190 pounds. I'm around 6'2" and a half, 6'3" with shoes. And yeah, that was the heaviest I ever was, and I lost my vertical. So at the time, I was like, it just, yeah, it kind of broke my, like, shattered my heart, like, because I was like, yo, like, this was my thing, and now I got no juice. And I wanted to jump higher, so I started looking at videos on how to jump higher again. And Isaiah Rivera keeps coming up, and I watch his videos, and he's still like one of the only creators really talking about how to jump higher. Because like, still any other videos I would come across, they were like complete garbage, complete garbage. And I just wanted to jump higher, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give his videos a chance. And then I see how crazy this guy actually is, because then you start seeing videos of him on Instagram and whatnot, just dunking, doing crazy dunks. And it wasn't until then when I took the weight room really seriously. Like, even at home, I started lifting in my basement, even if it was light weights, just squatting. Like, I never did squats until after high school. It wasn't until it wasn't until college when I really started squatting. And I wish I knew beforehand what I needed to do to enhance my vertical. If I did this stuff starting in high school, I'm just thinking of how crazy I could have been right now, right? And looking back, it's like, I mean, you can't really look back, right? You can only look forwards, but I'm happy I came across his videos, even if it was late after my high school career, not career, but you know what I mean. But yeah, I was able to increase my vertical to what it is now. Like, right now at 185, I jump just as high as I did when I was 170. So I'm like, imagine if I cut back down to like 175, 180, how high I would be jumping right now. And I think if I like, I've been trying to cut, but it's been hard. Like, of course you need some body fat, right? So it's like, I can't cut all the way down, but I did manage to get under 180 for like a day, and that day was the freakiest I ever felt. But I am trying to get back down in weight right now. But when I found out by watching Isaiah's videos that he is like 175 pounds or something like that, and he's squatting in the 400s, it's like, that's when I really realized. Like, I found this out like last year. Like, that's when I really realized how important your power outputs to your weight is. And not only are your power outputs important, but your weight is also almost just as important as your power outputs. Because if you can have all the power outputs you want, but if you weigh too much, then you're just going to be a power lifter who can't jump. To maintain your elasticity, you have to be light as well, because every pound you add on, you're going to have to be like 2 pounds, have to lift 2 pounds heavier, you know what I mean? And the lighter you are, the worse your ratios can be, because if you know what the dot score is, the dot score will pretty much explain to you how the lighter you are, the less powerful you need to be to pretty much move your own mass. And yeah, his videos still, like, I just watched 3 today when I was gonna use them in this video, but I messed up the streaming. But yeah, they go in depth on everything for free. They have how to improve your power outputs, how to train for a 1 foot jumper, how to train for a 2 foot jumper. And it's crazy because so many guys are interested in how to jump right now, but if you go to their channel, they don't get a lot of views. Like, most of their videos are under 10K views. And I do kind of get why, like, their thumbnails and stuff aren't all that, but I think too because they kind of, well, I guess it's more of a hobby to them, right? Because they make money off of their programs and whatnot. But if you go to their channel, like, they do talk, like, I guess sporadically or whatnot, but it is a hobby for them, right? So but they have like all the all the knowledge you will ever need in their videos. And it's crazy how nobody pays attention to them, but then you have tons of people wanting to jump higher. But then when you really think about it, it's like, how many people really want to jump higher? Is it really that they're just interested in seeing the dunks? Because a lot of people are interested in seeing the dunks, but they don't want to jump higher themselves, which is perfectly fine and normal. But to the people who want to jump higher, like, everything you need to know, they already put it on their YouTube videos, and it's just up to you if you want to learn, I guess. But yeah, I still think jumping, like, the way that, well, what they say is that jumping is the most complicated form of training there is. which I do agree with, but at the same time, I don't think it's as complicated as most people make it to be. As long as you as long as you're doing exercises correlated to what you're doing in the range of motion at the joint angles and you're jumping all the time, I think that's all you really need to do to jump higher. But of course, you can be more intricate, and if you do want to be more intricate and get to that next level, I guess they have all their videos there for you, and it's all free. So I don't pay for no programs or nothing. Like if you see my jumps and whatnot, and I will jump even higher once I lose weight, but I do not pay for no programs. I just train and do the exercises that are correlated to what I'm doing. But yeah, I were you, I would be watching these guys if you want to jump higher. No, I'm not affiliated with them or anything, but they did like one of the biggest moments of my YouTube career was when they commented on my YouTube video, and that video blew up. It did look a good little 130,000 views, and I do want to replicate that again. So if you like this video and want to see more, yeah, comment, like, subscribe, and I plan on making more videos this new year. The plan is to get to 100K subscribers, so I'm gonna upload as much as I can over this next year and try to get push for that 100K subs. So yeah,